It's time for the best podcast around. Grab a cold one, sit back, and enjoy the show. This is Corner Pub Sports.
Hey, this is Brett Myers, and you're listening to Corner Pub Sports.
Corner Pub Sports.
Fuck with my ass, man. Yeah.
What is going on, everybody? Cheers to everyone who's
Cheers,
tuning
Mark.
in live here on a Thursday night. Why? There's something. Why are we doing it on a Thursday night? What? I don't know. There's something going on. I can't really put my finger on it. I can't quite.
Fuck you! I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
I know. I don't know what it is. I can't figure it out. There's just something going on.
Well, I mean, it's the thing that you're not wearing, but the two of us are wearing.
Yeah, can you help? I don't know. Can you help me out?
Phillies win the World Series, baby!
There you go. How about that? Unexpected.
Unexpected, absolutely. How many people gave up, do you think? And at what point? What point did they just punt and give up?
Oh, well, I did it in May because I wrote an article about why do we keep doing this to ourselves.
Yeah.
You punted in May?
It was like right after like they had one of those good winning streaks or something.
Hey guys,
What's up,
Yo.
John?
Hey,
So John joining the crew. So I'm sorry. So before we even start, so I'm Sean, Mike, and we're
What's up,
joined by Matt of the Relief Room, one of the greatest follows on Twitter ever, and we have John, Mike's Pop, joining us here on the show tonight on a special Thursday night edition of Corner Pub Sports. Because, like we
Yep.
said,
Hey,
the Phillies.
Pop, can you turn down the music?
That's me.
Oh, that's you. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's dancing on my own, man.
Oh, I've never. Yeah.
Yeah,
Never
that
mind.
doesn't surprise me. There you go, Matt. Best bathroom ever.
So,
So you got to follow the Relief Room, man.
yeah, just you know what, Matt,
Yeah.
if you could, like, especially for Pop, explain what your claim to fame is.
Yeah, so it's the Relief Room. It's so I turned my bathroom, the one that's right off of my kitchen, just the powder room, the half bath, the toilet and the sink. Turned it into the Relief Room. So you go there to relieve yourself. I lined it with Phillies relief pitchers, baseball cards, 8x10s, signed balls, Toby Borland's game used cleats, all these things. And so it's pretty great. It's celebrating the little guys, all the pen guys. Nobody, I mean, the bullpen is off to the end of the stadium. They're not even in the dugout. So somebody's got to honor and celebrate these guys, and it may as well be me before you relieve yourself. So that's the shtick. I mean, the jokes kind of write themselves. I mean, it's mustache jokes, potty jokes. I mean, relief. It's the alliteration works. It all is good. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You do a nice job with the beards and mustaches in the Relief Room, right? Anyone's got a kick-ass beard or mustache, they get special accolades.
That's true. I mean, it's low-hanging fruit, but that's okay. You got to pick those too. I mean, anybody that's got the whole chest hair coming out of the jersey, I'm thinking like mid-70s, early 80s. That's pure gold. Especially if you got like the old vet seats in the background. Those things go a long way, and it's so I can keep it real lowbrow by still honoring these guys because nobody remembers half of those guys. No one's talking about Kevin Saucier. No one's talking about Warren Brewstar. I mean, those are the guys I need to champion. Make sure everybody remembers.
And then there's a couple of them that are just make sure that you get the weird names in and
dude, you got Porfirio Altamirano, you got Dalier Hinojosa. I mean, you've got just some mellifluous, beautiful names. Yes. So, I mean, if you don't honor those, you're really, I would be doing everybody a disservice.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Awesome.
I'm sorry. I changed our format a little bit. Do you see the thing now? The pictures are showing up. You can see where the comments coming from now.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. I
Yeah,
like that.
I like it. Yep.
What's up, Dave? Dave Peterson joining us here on a Thursday night. There's not a night that Dave wouldn't join us.
Oh, sweet. Best bathroom ever. I agree,
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah. Put that back on. So, yeah, Mark's
You know,
pictures
I just had some I just had CBS 3 out here doing a little spot on the relief room, which was very
left
fun.
the spot?
What's that?
They left the spot?
They left the spot. No, she didn't. I asked her to. I was like, "Hey, look, you're gonna have to." I asked the camera guy. I asked the field reporter.
That's awesome.
They did not. I thought that was a little selfish of them to not do it, but that's
Right.
okay.
You can't like honor it but not partake. I mean, that's just right.
I mean, that's part of it. That's like when Scott Air visited. That was his favorite part. He's like, "I can't wait. I can't wait. Let's do this.
Yes.
I gotta relieve myself. Beat it. Get out of here." Yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. So yeah, now I'm getting lots of attention from all kinds of random people that be like, "Hey, I saw you on the news," and now I know which of my friends watch the news.
That is so great, dude.
So speaking of that, speaking of news, Mark, my coworker Mark, that's kind of similar, works actually probably pretty close, a big fisherman like Polsky. He was on the news. As Harper hit the 2-run shot in the bottom of the 8th, he comes bursting out of his door, running, screaming, jumping up and down all over the place outside, and his ring camera caught it all.
Nice.
Sent it everywhere. Sent it on TikTok.
Oh, Mark, that's awesome.
Yeah, the guy that's in our fantasy.
Yeah, I know Mark.
League. Yeah, it's got like 5,000 views or something like that. It was on like the 68 News or 69 News, 63 News, whatever channel it is up in the Lehigh Valley. What is it?
That's awesome.
Polsky, what's the news by you guys?
Yeah, he'll hit Allentown or something. That's so cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's get at it. This is unbelievable. You know what? Why don't you start off this way? Because we can recap what happened and all that stuff. I mean, unless you lived under a box, under a rock, you know what happened. Mark said it was 60 News. 60,
okay. 69 News.
69 News.
That's on brand.
There you go. Yeah, right. With the fact that they made it to the World Series. Why don't we go around the horn here? Mike, if you want to start, I'm just going to go by what I say here. What does this mean to you? At this point, the fact you're down. What does this mean to you, man? Making the fact that they made the World Series for the first time in 12 years?
I think it's great. I think it's great for the city. I think it's kind of great for especially the town. I mean, it's been a while. I mean, I know the Eagles not too long ago, but there's been a lot that's going on since then. So for something like this to bring the city together, I feel like you don't even hear about crime as much. You feel like crime's down even in the city. I feel that it's really kind of helped the city become a little bit more happy. Help the city kind of just enjoy something. And the Eagles are starting out well, and I know we're not going to get too deep into them, but I mean it's just a great time to be a Philadelphia sports fan. And watching Harper struggle towards the end of the year and then just light it up in the playoffs and make us all happy and make it. He's one of the rare people that at least by baseball standards, is making hundreds of millions of dollars and seems like he's worth it. And seems like he's been worth it. And this year he's really more so been that way. You look at the guys like who was it, Stanton, or the Yankees that had a monster year and then went 0 for the playoffs or something, or like it just he was a big money player that came up big in the biggest stage, and it was awesome.
John, what does the Phillies making the World Series mean to you?
Right now? A little bit of vindication for a number of people, all the people that have invested that for years, looking for them and hung on for them, they can sit there and say, I was right. And Harper, it's more of affirming that it was worth the money. Look at him and Machado. That was a thing. That was back and forth for the longest time. That whole, what was it? The whole summer. It was the entire summer.
Yep.
It went on and on and on. And in the end, like right up till he was signed, they were like, "Oh, Harper's out. He ain't coming here."
Mm-hmm.
If you remember back that far. But to go with talking about more of what Mike was talking about, I think the city has come together. I think the city has, the Eagles have helped, but this just brought everybody together, and it lifted the spirits of the entire city.
Yeah. Matt?
Yeah, the entire area. I mean, I'm in Hatboro. I'm in Montgomery County. Everywhere I go, I mean, I see the same people walking their dogs in the neighborhood. Now they're wearing Phillies gear, right? I go, you go to the supermarket, the Wawa, the wherever you go, everybody's in there. Everybody's geared up, which is awesome. So that whole unity is amazing. For me personally, it's awesome because I got two little boys that are almost 11 and 9, and they weren't alive when we won in 08. And so it was me and my wife. We got married in 09. So my wife and I got to celebrate that, and my family and friends and everything. But now to be able to go with my kiddos, like the two most exciting games I've been to in person. I went to the division series in 08 when Myers worked that amazing walk and Victorino hit that grand slam off of CC, right?
Yep.
The whole CC chant. It was the most, ecstatic I've ever been at the ballpark, right? Yeah. Until this year, I took the family, the kiddos and the wife, and I went, and it was game 3 of the division series against Atlanta. Mm-hmm. The one where Hoskins hit the 2-run bomb that he spiked his bat, and then 2 batters later, Harper hits the 2-runner after JT got on. The excitement then was the same as that Victorino grand slam, and to be able to share it with the boys and the wife there was awesome. So that's been the excitement for me, is just that sharing with the kiddos and seeing the excitement on their faces is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
That's awesome. So for me, like, this is a tough stretch of baseball we had to go through over the past 12 years. We knew they were retooling and rebuilding, or they weren't rebuilding at first. It was a retooling.
That's right. The AJ Burnett and yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh my God, I forgot it. Oh man, former Florida Marlin. Yeah, you're right.
They thought he was going to be an answer, right?
Yeah. And then it's okay. Now we are just going to tear it down and rebuild because we realize that our farm system isn't any good. And changes from the top all the way down. How many managers and how many players that we thought were going to be Dominic Browns and the Scott Kingerys, and even before, I don't know,
the Francos and the Ashes and the Darren Ruff and the.
So Sean, you're saying the Cliff Lee trade didn't work? It didn't restock our farm system?
I don't think that worked for us. Yeah, I don't think that worked.
Well, it worked for one thing. Philippe Almont is in the relief room, so I got that going.
There you go. I like Almont.
Totally. And he's a giant.
Yeah. So but with all that, we had to go through that, and like you just said, Matt, about your kids. I have a 6-year-old. Mike's daughter's right around the same age, a little older. They haven't seen this yet. Yeah. Do they care yet? I mean, your kids are a little older. Maybe they care a little bit, but my son doesn't really care. But I got to sit down and explain to him what the playoffs were. Yeah. And I showed him the whole chart, and I said, they win this, and they win, and they go for that trophy. Mm-hmm. So now I got to show him. I said, remember I showed you a few weeks ago? And he said, yeah. I said, that's where we are now. He goes, oh. I said, now we're playing for that trophy. Yeah. Ooh, I like the playoffs.
That's great.
So there's that. I mean, he doesn't really get it, but they got it when Harper hit that home run, when I screamed my head off and they're crying. Daddy's loud. But it hit me last night. This is wild. This is the 9th World Series that the Phillies are playing in. Eighth World Series. 5 of them have been pretty much since definitely for John because older than us. But I don't know how old you are, Matt.
I'm 45. I was 3 years old.
Yeah, you're right there.
So
5 of them, right around so more than half the time they made it to the World Series has been in our lifetime.
Yeah,
which is that's wild.
Yeah,
in 140 something years or whatever it is, 48 years, whatever it is, that the majority of the time they've made it this far is when we've been on this earth.
Yeah,
that's crazy to think about.
Yeah,
so
it's great. I mean, I was a teenager in '93. Like that was fun to be with the fellas and trying to kiss girls and trying to and being goofy, but still having the series. I mean, that was great.
Yeah, so to me,
'93 was my only World Series game.
Yeah, we went to that. We went to the Kurt Schilling 2-0 shutout.
Yeah, yeah. Remember that? Remember that? That's the loudest I. And that was the vet.
Yep.
I was a vet. I mean, Schilling, that's awful selfish, not letting one single reliever pitch. I mean, come on.
Well, I'm gonna pop my cherry. I'm going to Game 4 on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Nice.
I'm pretty excited, man. Yeah, we're. I thought we were on the infield. Here we're like a couple rows in the outfield, lower level. So pretty stoked. Hopefully, get a home run ball or something.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's
Dave Peterson said, just think about a month ago, we all had our doubts. I mean, we talked about it on the show that they would even make the wild card because the Brewers are sneaking up and all that.
Yeah.
And
Dude, how fortunate are we though?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Sean, to talk right over you there. Did you see the Jason Stark column? The what if?
No.
Like, what if there wasn't a 6th wild card?
Right.
A 6th playoff spot? What if there wasn't a DH this year?
Yep, exactly.
Harper would have been getting out of his sling right now.
They wouldn't be in the World Series. They wouldn't be in the
playoffs. He'd have had surgery in May.
Yeah. Yep.
Right? Like how wild is that? Just the way that it has all lined up. That those things happen this year that we get in. And look at the NL East recently, right? Because take 2020 out of it. 2019, the Nationals win. They were crummy for most of the season, half the season at least, and then picked it up and got super hot. Had the same amount of wins, pretty much 87, 88, 89. Yeah. Atlanta last year, the same thing.
Braves last year, yeah.
And who were the heroes on Atlanta last year? Rosario, Soler, like mid-season trade deadline guys, but not superstar guys.
Acuna got hurt, right? They lost Acuna during the season, so he was out
early.
And here I'm like, really, the Braves are not that good.
Yeah,
they just happen to do just enough,
right? And we're getting together right now because we haven't played as a group that many games together this year with everybody, with all the injuries and different things going on. Like so, right now, I mean that's awesome.
Check that out. Max Thompson chimed in and said, "I was 7 in 1980. My dad took me to the games. I still remember it. That is so cool, man.
That's sweet. That's good parenting by your pops there, Max.
Yeah, it is. Oh, that's awesome.
That's good stuff.
And, is it I know every sport has its own background and brings people together, but is there another sport that's more family oriented than baseball? Think about it.
No, you know what? It's weird. And that's the thing. You can not watch it for a while and just pick up on the games and just start watching it and get right back into it. The way that the game flow works, the little bit of time in between pitches and stuff like that to kind of catch your breath, kind of assess the situation. Every pitch you can assess the situation. Are you going to know one count? It's early in the game. You definitely don't want to you want to start out strong. You want to watch your pitch counts, this and that. How many innings do you think you're going to be able to get out of the guy? There's so many of those little type things that you're assessing throughout the game.
And just the whole experience of going to a game is different than the others. You're going to hear foul mouths. You're going to hear a little foul mouth action at a baseball game, but not you can't take your kid to a football game.
Right? No way. There's no chance.
No.
And I think a part of that too is that it's every night. You got it every night. It's not an event. It's not a build-up thing by the week where a Birds game is an event because there's only 17 of them. 17 now. Mm-hmm. There's not 81 of them at our place. There's not 162 of them across the way. Yep. So I think that makes it more of that relaxed familial attitude instead of that gladiator event that we must win and we must F the enemy and that mentality.
Yeah.
Which which fits with football, the aggression of football. That easy summer night, sitting out back, listening to the game with a couple cool ones and some peanuts, like that with the kiddos around, that just lends right to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I heard John open up a brew, so.
Oh yeah, I just want. Hey, what do we still do that? What are you drinking?
Yeah, he's getting it ready.
Trying to get it going. I don't know why it's not. I don't know. My board's not working for some reason.
Oh boy. So it's the beer is good chant. Okay.
Yeah, I can't hear it. You can't hear it, right?
Nah, nothing.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. All right, so the board's not working. That's all right. Yeah. So, Mike, what do you got?
Well, I got a little bit of the Jameson IPA whiskey.
Okay.
What is it?
It's Jameson has an IPA, a cask. Like I think it's cast in an IPA barrel.
Oh, it's an IPA. Okay, so it's an infused, right?
Yeah, and I got the Sierra Nevada Liquid Hoppiness IPA.
Okay.
I had that last week. That was good.
Yeah. I had to restart the app. I don't know what happened. I got our friends at Drunk Phil's fans from Von C Brewing, the 700 level lager. And nice. I talked about it a couple weeks ago, but the guy yelling for the vendor there, that's the artist. And then this guy, the vendor, was an actual vendor at the vet in the 700 level.
Nice.
Pretty awesome artwork. And of course,
that's a pretty sweet can.
Yeah, it's an awesome can. Yeah,
and what brewery?
Von C. It's in Norristown.
Oh.
So Dave Peterson, I was 14 in 1980. My uncle and I slept on a ramp at the vet to get tickets at the gate seat ticket booth. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
No, so I was thinking about this. I know I texted the guys about this. Not to get too far off topic before we get back to the beer, which is important. But what do you think the odds were, or do you think anybody thought about the night game Saturday night, finding some place to hide? And then just kind of like trying to like hide until they opened up the gates and just kind of blending in with the crowd for the next game. Was it possible? Am I like?
Oh, dude,
it's possible. It's not likely.
No, there was a story. I remember.
Come on, there's got to be plenty.
Oh, the vet. There was a whole
guy staying in the concession stand
for like 2 years.
Yeah, he lived at the vet for like 2 years. He would hide in the concession thing. They pull the thing down. He'd be in the back of the concession stand.
Dude, he'd roller skate around the concourse doing J's in the middle of the night. Like,
that's awesome.
He lived off of rat feast.
He was eating just popcorn and stale nachos. But hey, sometimes that's all.
There it is.
Yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, he made the rounds just a couple years ago. But I don't know about now. That I feel like it's
Sonny in Philadelphia character
not
was
probable
based on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
You don't think that there's enough hiding spots in a place that big?
I think you'd have to get pretty lucky.
Okay.
I think you could. If you were on the suite level, you could get into a closet or something. You could probably make that work.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you could, that's what I was thinking. If you could find a way into the suite level, you could hide in the bathroom.
Right. You could make that work where you could figure that. That's probably your best bet.
Dress as a janitor and just walk around.
Yeah,
right. Custodian.
Yeah, I'm sorry, custodian.
That's who would know all the places. A maintenance guy. Guy would know that spot. That
big time. Follow the guy with the mop.
Yeah.
give him $50. You're like, hey, guy, come on.
Yeah.
Good old mop up duty. Mop up duty right there.
Yeah.
He's the Zach Eflin of the. No,
you know how that would go, right? The janitor would sit there and he'd look at you and he'd be like, "What the fuck? Are you fucking crazy? What are you doing? Like, all right, man, give me the money." And open up the door, just like,
fine, let's go. I didn't see shit.
Yeah,
Max went.
He'd lecture the shit out of you as he's like opening the door to like.
Yeah.
Max went to share another great story. He had 4 generations of people at the last World Series.
Wow.
His grandfather, his father, himself, and his daughter. How awesome is that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then Dave Peterson just said Tom Garvey is his name. In his new book, it was called The Secret Apartment Vet Stadium.
There we go.
He details how from 79 to 81 he lived there.
All right, I was close with 2 years.
Yeah, that's incredible. and Joe Bucci. Holy bleep! Who would have guessed we'd be here? John, what are you drinking?
This if anybody likes stout, this is one of the best. It's called Young's Double Chocolate Stout.
I think I have one of them.
Is that a Gary Coleman?
Pardon?
Young double.
Young's.
I
It's
said yummy double chocolate.
Young's. It's I believe it's England. It's in Britain.
Oh,
And
nice.
Young's has a handful of good beers, but this probably is their best.
Nice.
So let's. And you guys are, and Matt, you're drinking
Well,
whiskey.
yeah,
right?
Well, no, I just poured a Guinness.
Oh, speaking of stouts, there you go.
Right.
There you go.
Perfect. Polsky said, Pete Rose,
Of course he does.
Pete Rose drinks Young's.
That's horrible.
It's
That's horrible.
true.
That's
Yeah,
messed up.
you're not wrong,
Yeah.
man.
So let's get at it. Let's get into the game itself or the series itself. The Phillies have a tall task at hand. There's no denying that. Astros are coming in at the second most wins in the league. I think they had 107 or 106 or something behind the Dodgers, who had 110 or 12. At that point, it doesn't matter. Like we said, the Phillies had 86, 87 wins.
Yeah.
So on paper, obviously they're outmatched here. But in Philly, we've seen this story before, and there's just, I don't know, there's something special brewing here, and no matter what happens, this season is a success.
Oh,
Right?
absolutely.
We're
But
playing with house money right now. This is all gravy.
yeah,
Yeah.
but now that we're here, and
Yeah, you don't have many chances.
no, exactly, it's not like we can guarantee next year. I mean, look at the year that Schwarber had. 46
Right.
home runs. Harper battling through these injuries. Your pitching staff has been unreal. The bullpen came through at the big times.
Yeah.
Polsky, Rocky.
Every 2-strike account.
Don't
Even Sean, you don't like it either?
It doesn't. It's a third down play for the Eagles. It's not 2 strikes at the Phillies. Like you can't
2
have it.
strikes
Both.
in the first inning.
Yeah,
First
you can't do that. Can't do that.
I like it. It hypes me up.
So what do you think? Speaking about the games, there's great pitching games 1 and 2, right? You got Nola, you got Wheeler, you got Verlander, you got Valdez. That's money.
Mhm.
Third game, you got Ranger starting, and probably Christian Javier or McCullers or somebody going for Houston.
I would think McCullers would be the third starter, but I guess we'll see.
What do you do with game 4? Who do you? Because it's going to be a bullpen game. Do you
So what
start
do they
Falter?
figure,
Do you go
Suarez?
Syndergaard? Who do you go there? Who do you start there?
Does it have to be a bullpen game though? Because you're off
You're
Sunday.
going to start Kyle Gibson?
No, you can't. It's not enough to. It's 4 days rest for Nola. You can't go Nola. Well, you could, but he's on short rest.
I mean, if we're 3-0, if we're down 3-0, I guess you go Nola.
Right.
Wait, hold on. If he's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're off. Monday's game 4 or
Game 3.
game 3. Tuesday's game 4. Friday why can't you do that?
He hasn't done it yet.
This is the World Series, dude. What are you saving it for?
That's 3 days rest, right?
4 days.
Right. Well,
No,
it's 3 days rest. He's pitching on the 4th day.
Yeah. Max said Syndergaard. Ryan's saying Syndergaard as well. I think you got to do that too. If you're not,
pitched well the other day.
you can go Syndergaard and you can go Gibson and Falter. I guess you can do like a combo thing if you want, or just let Syndergaard pitch. I mean, I don't understand. The guy's a starter. He's been a starter in this league for years. I don't understand why.
I haven't understood. I got to be honest. It's. I know it's different. It's weird, and I'm just not used to watching playoff baseball for the past 12 years. But this whole pulling guys and doing this, like it's driving me nuts.
Yep.
Like what are they doing? Why are they pulling Wheeler? Why are they pulling Alvarado? He pitched 8 pitches. He's done the inning. Why is he not going back? Like I say why after every inning from like the 6th on every
Yeah.
game this year.
Mm-hmm.
Although, you know what, though, Mike, I've disagreed with almost every decision Thompson has made as far as when he's pulled a pitcher. I thought it was the wrong decision, and it's worked.
And if it hasn't worked, it's gotten bailed out.
It's worked. Yeah.
And when it doesn't work, Bryce Harper bails him out in the bottom of the 8th.
Right. When it doesn't work, it's the husk of Brad Hand out there.
Mm-hmm.
Who that's his name from now on, the husk of Brad Hand.
Well, let me give you this. The Asian kid that pitched for San Diego the other day, right?
Darvish.
They left him in, right? They left him in, and he got torched. It looked like the wheels were coming off a little bit.
Right.
They said, "What are we going to do?" Nah, we got to stick with him. He got clobbered. They went. They put somebody else in. He got clobbered. It's half a dozen of the other.
Yeah, I know, but it's Wheeler. I mean, I know, but
yep.
Look,
now,
I mean, they know better than I do.
Stretched back out, but I think there's a little nonsense to that too. Yeah. You know, he's getting 75, 80, 85. He's not getting up to that 100 threshold.
Yep.
I don't know. I like what Sean said. What are you saving them for? I think if Wheeler and Nola can go, you got to go with those guys. Those are your horses.
Even if you do Nola for 3 innings or 4 innings and then put Syndergaard in, keep them short. Keep them to a pitch count or something. Even if you did that, the only thing,
but then you're missing them. Then you don't have them for game 5. See, the way that it rolls out, I thought was good, even with Wheeler. But the way that it rolls out is you got Nola, Wheeler, you got Suarez, and you got the game 4. Then you get Nola. Then you get a day off. You get Wheeler. And then game 7 is Nola's bullpen day, if I'm not mistaken. So he could technically pitch on his bullpen day for game 7.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Why not? Right. I mean,
do you agree with Nola being the guy? Because Wheeler.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. What did you think of the decision?
I would have rather had Wheeler pitch the possible.
I would have rather had
game 1. No, I like it. I like Nola.
Yeah.
I think his confidence is so high because the last time he pitched there, he went 6 2/3 perfect, or 6 1/3 or something like that. I think with the rest, I think Wheeler has shown lately, or all season really, with an extra day of rest, he's better. He's got more pop. I like it. I think that's
they only got to steal 1.
Right.
Right. Well, and Nola, like you're saying, I mean, Nola's now pitching on a long rest,
and he's got
and that allows Wheeler to pitch on a long rest. Now Wheeler was going to be on regular rest, so it could have worked out, but
it gives Wheeler 1 extra day, which makes a difference.
But you know what? The only thing, and I know I'm way ahead of myself, but the only thing is you lose him on that bullpen day, game 7, and then you're going with Nola instead of Wheeler, unless you're just like, fuck it, it's game 7.
Yeah,
Wheeler, you pitched last night. Get out there.
Everybody knows it's all hands on deck, game 7.
Right. Even if you pitched the night before?
If you pitch the night before, there's no way.
Well, no.
There's no way.
Can you imagine that coaching backfire, that armchair coaching? If it doesn't work out for them.
Then you just got to make sure Alvarado is tight and Sir Anthony is tight and you get your innings there like that. You can't go Wheeler there.
Yeah. Dave Peterson, game 1, Nola. College roommates Aaron Nola and Alex Bregman will face off in the World Series.
Yeah.
And then game 2, 32-year-old Zach Wheeler has posted a 1.78 ERA and a 25-3 strikeout to walk ratio across 25 1/3 innings so far. That's pretty freaking good.
Now I imagine if Verlander and
wow.
Yeah.
Ryan said, I love it. I'd rather have Wheeler in game 6 on the road. And I love this. You know what? We'll get to Joe's question in a second. But let's just real quick. I mean, those are the two, Matt, game 1 and game 2, Nola and Wheeler. That's all we really know about for sure. Oh, Michelle says hi, by the way, Matt.
Damn right she does.
She just texted me. Did you tell Matt I
What's
said
up,
hi?
buddy?
She's working at the Flyers right now. The fact that Verlander has struggled so mightily in the World Series is not something that should be overlooked. You're taking on a Phillies offense right now. It's pretty hot, and they've been streaky and they've been streaky all season. Why would it change in the playoffs? The difference is it's when they're hitting, there's timely of fashion in the playoffs.
One of those games that he struggled wasn't that us betting like some ridiculous like 200-1 on Verlander to win because
Oh my God.
Verlander and we got smoked. We're like,
and he shit the bed, and you shit the bed on you guys.
It was 200-1. We're like, oh, this is a no-brainer.
Yeah, this is an easy one. Yeah, we'll bet the mortgage on this. Yeah.
Woke up the next day, like, what the hell? 9 runs. It was insane. That's I gotta stop.
Now I think the thing with Verlander is, we get him first, and then usually with guys like that, you get him in the first or second inning. That's your best shot.
Yeah.
And I think our first inning on Friday night is going to set the tone for this whole series. I think we're gonna hit. Everybody hits.
I'm not worried about the Phillies offense against this pitching for some weird reason. It's not bothering me at all. I'm more worried about the other side.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. These first 2 games, I feel like you're going to see duels. I told Shar the other day when I was over your house, I said, Christ, you get here at the 6th inning, it's probably going to be a 0-0 game. I see it the same way, Roland. It's going to be tight. These last games, the San Diego series, they won easy, but it wasn't easy wins. They were tight games. They were
it was tight.
White knuckle games. And their pitching's excellent too. So
their pitching's likely better than ours. Their bullpen is more stout, more robust than ours. I mean, we got our 2.5 guys, right? Sir Anthony, Alvarado, and Eflin.
Right.
Other than that,
maybe Robertson.
Actually,
maybe
Brogdon's pitched well in the playoffs. Probably. Well, I'm not putting Brogdon on a level with the Astros.
I have no confidence in Brogdon. You're right. He's pitched pretty well lately, but I still have no confidence in him.
Wow, look at Will Pierce.
I see that. Will Pierce. Philly's taking the first 2 in Houston.
First 2, huh? I love the balls, Will Pierce.
Hey, if they do that, that means on Tuesday when I go to the game, we might be winning the World Series.
That
right?
could be the clincher.
We're just gonna sweep them. They haven't lost a game in the playoffs.
Like the most improbable sweep. Yeah.
All I know is if they come, we have a game on them down in Houston, and when they get here in Philadelphia, they're going to experience something they've never experienced before. That stadium is going to be on fire. And with their history, the abuse that they're going to take from every corner, every cranny of that stadium.
You think that's going to be worse than the Yankees? Than the Yankees gave them?
Yeah. This area is really fired up right now. You got, they're coming off this Eagles. It's full bore all in. All in.
Yeah, you know what? The Yankees are still kind of that whole corporate mentality. They still have a lot of kind of that, that fan base.
The loudmouths were up high. You couldn't hear them as much, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. In their fur coats.
Chortle.
You get a puff of my pipe.
Clutching pearls.
Wentworth, get him out of this game.
Yeah, Wentworth, boo that man for me.
Boo, says the sub. Boo.
This boo is for you.
We went 40 minutes without going off the rails, guys. Congratulations.
Yeah. Hey, do you think anybody...
Gary's appalled.
Yeah.
Anybody besides...
I am appalled.
Anybody besides Houston fans, for the most part, of course, like Mets and Atlanta, like those guys are not rooting for the Phils. But you got to think everybody else in baseball, especially watching how much damn fun this team has been and how amazing the park has been, and just all the stories that you see, all the videos that you see, like your buddy with the Ring camera thing, right? Like, everybody's rooting for the Phils, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
most
See,
of the country.
Dave said if you ask Alexa who she thinks will win the upcoming World Series, she has no problem rooting for an underdog. This year, I'm a Philly fanatic, she says.
Nice.
And then Will's thinking the Phillies are gonna win the first two. And once the Astros lose, it's gonna be a domino effect for them. God, I hope you're right.
Dude, how do you get Yordan Alvarez out?
Well, they're saying
Once the starters are out of the game, who pitches to that guy?
Mm-hmm.
It can't be the husk of Brad Hand. Alvarado's your only bet. You trust Brogdon's changeup? I mean, Brogdon's okay against lefties.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'll tell you what, you'll sense it from me when the husk of Brad Hand comes into a game in this World Series. I'm gonna shiver and I'll get the acid reflux.
Actually, Robertson gave us kind of a
totally
kind of a scare. All right, so I'm gonna get to Joe's question because I think this is a great question here. So Joe Bucci says, "Who is the X factor for the Phillies? Pick one pitcher and one hitter in order for them to win this World Series." Ryan said Sir Anthony and Castellanos.
Those are good guesses. Yeah, those are good ones. I think. I mean, Sir Anthony's going to be electric. I think he's going to be a difference maker. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Offensively, I'll bet you Reese lights up. I'll bet you Reese Hoskins has a pretty awesome World Series. I think he's going to be because we know what to expect from Bryce. I think Schwarber's heating up. JT's been money. I think Reese is going to be Castellanos. It could be Castellanos too. But I think one of those third, fourth, fifth guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be I think Reese. I happen to just love Reese too, but I'm pulling. I think Reese is going to be the guy.
I think Suarez.
Schwarber.
Suarez.
Suarez.
Ranger.
How do you think Ranger Suarez, huh?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, third game, first game here.
It's a good call.
And I think it's removed. I think they're going to be tight games, and there's usually a guy that sparks when the bats are quiet, and he's smart catcher. By the time it comes around to his second at bat, maybe if it's really tight, his third at bat, he's going to spark the team. And once they pull the plug, yeah, it's going to get fun.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go. First of all, it'd be easy to say Harper, but I don't think it's going to be Harper because I don't think they're going to pitch to him. I don't think Harper's going to get anything worth hitting. I think they're going to be walking him a lot. They're going to be pitching around him. Like, he's done too much damage for anybody to really want to face him.
He's well protected now.
Yeah, I get that, but they're still not going to let him be. Yeah.
I mean, unless you get the Barry Bonds treatment, right, where you get one pitch per game and he does damage with it. That's possible too. The way he's dialed in.
Right. No, it's entirely possible.
But if we're getting guys on base, you can't just walk them. You don't want to lose him, and he's smart enough. He's smart enough not to swing at dog shit. So
yeah. But I think it's going to be Baum. I think that Baum's due. I think the Baums struggle a little bit. I think that he's not going to be. I know that he's not the guy that's going to mash home runs or anything like that, but he's going to be the guy towards the back of the lineup that's going to be able to bring in the Harpers that they pitch around and the Riamaltos and stuff like that. So I think that he's going to carry him a little bit.
I was at the I hate this fucking place game, so I feel like I get some credit for a turnaround.
There you go. There it is.
and I cheered him. I wasn't booing the guy. I was trying to encourage, Yeah. Partly because I was with my kiddos, but
yeah.
I still take responsibility.
Yeah. Hey, frig this guy. What?
At least he owned it.
Yeah. 100%.
That endeared him. Accountability is huge playing in this town. If you're accountable, you're good because everybody gets it.
Max is going Syndergaard and Marsh, and Will Pierce is saying Brad. I'm sorry, what was his other one? I'm sorry. He said Eflin or Syndergaard as well, and Marsh and Castellanos. So yeah, how about that? Syndergaard and Marsh getting a couple of considerations here.
Everybody's going to have to pitch in to win this, man. This is tight. This is a tough series, man. That's a really good team.
Will, that's true. Altuve only has 1 hit so far in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He had
And,
it.
speaking of
or something.
Speaking of pitching and the bullpen, how different would our bullpen look right now if we had kept Neris, right? The all-time strikeout leader for relievers.
Yeah, now you're facing them.
Right? You know who we gave that money to? The same amount of money?
Familia?
Jerry Family.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And where's he at now? Actually,
right. He was a good mentor. He was a good mentor to Suarez and Dominguez and stuff like that. There's value there, but I'd have much rather had Happy Hector.
God, he could have won.
Yeah.
How would that change? Wouldn't that have changed our dynamic right now if we had Hector instead?
Yeah, for sure. Because you have a closer. And then you slide everyone back.
Right.
You know, Sir Anthony and Alvarado are now in the
Then
seventh.
you have those three that are money, and then Eflin is your wild card.
Yeah.
But Matt, do you think that you think that the season goes the same way for him? That it does? Because I wonder, I wonder if he kind of was one of those need a change of scenery type.
Could be. I mean, he wasn't terrible here.
This is Familia is being murdered in a Dominican.
Oh man.
What is he? Machete now?
Yeah. What is he? Oogie?
Yeah. Dude, every time you post that, I crack up.
It's funny every time.
Oh no! Because when that all happened, man, with Urbina and that whole thing, I'm like, no one really cared. I'm like, dude, he was a good pitcher for a long time. Like he was really good, and then that happened, and went under the radar.
Yeah.
So every time you post something, thank God someone else knows.
Someone remembers that.
Yeah,
you know what?
Remembers that whole thing.
The best part of that Urbina trade, if you remember, was we traded Polanco to Detroit to get Urbina, but also to open up the spot for Chase Utley.
Mm-hmm.
That's
right. That's right. God, that's crazy.
Yeah. And then
he moved him to third.
Poured some gasoline on people and attacked them with a machete. No big deal.
That's all.
I mean, just 7 years in a Venezuelan prison. I mean, if there's anything worse than a night in a Venezuelan prison,
that's how they feud down there. Family feud. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hatfield and McCoy's. Machete and gasoline. Standard practice.
It had to be flight down here.
He only got 7 years for it. Imagine how much he was like.
He got 14. He got out in 7.
Oh,
only 2 died. Come on.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my God, what a world. Man. I think mine. I'm gonna go Segura. Melissa. Hey, Melissa. She said, "Is that really so different from Philly?"
Nobody carries machetes around here.
And Melissa, thank you for sharing a lot of our stuff lately. I really appreciate that, especially during these playoffs here. Yeah, I'm gonna go Gene Segura as an X factor. I think towards the bottom of that lineup, there, someone down towards that bottom is going to have to pick up the slack, and I think he's the guy. He's come up big in the NLCS a few times. But I think his fielding's, you rarely have to question his fielding, and I think he's gonna have some opportunities to do some damage at the plate. Pitching wise, I might have to agree with John here. I think Suarez, because it's so easy to go Wheeler and Nola, right? And it's so easy to go Sir Anthony. I think Suarez might be the pick there. Syndergaard's a good pick too, but I think if Suarez comes up big in Game 3, no matter what the situation is, I don't care if the series is 0-2, 1-1, or 2-0 the other way. He's gonna have a big game and on his plate, and he has to come up because it's either think about every scenario. Game 3 is crucial in this series.
Can I change my pick?
Yeah, because
no way, man. Forget it.
That's it. It's set in gold. That's it.
Now, to be honest, if you think about it, if you look at the question the way it's said, it's who's going to be the difference. It's got to be Wheeler or
X Factor. X Factor. He's not saying
the X Factor. Well, yeah, I guess if you because we don't have a shot if those guys don't pitch well. Mm-hmm. Even if they lose a game, they come back and win it. They got to at least split, right?
Yeah, they got to
They
win
at
one.
least, I mean, if
Or-
they're
or
pitching
we don't
4
win.
games, if they're pitching 4 games, 2's a must.
Yeah.
Two's a must, and you're probably not feeling good about things. 3 is absolutely
Well, that's the
what
difference.
you need. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you going to get 3 from those guys against the likes of Verlander? Ooh, it's tough.
It's tough. It's got to be early.
Yeah.
Yep.
After I mean, they'll figure it out after that, right? That's why he's a Hall of Famer. We got to get him early.
Will's asking. I'm already marking this.
Here we go.
Do you think they bring up back?
We've been talking about this a little bit.
Yeah, we did talk about
That's
this.
a good question.
Yeah, bring back Segura, or do you go trade Turner and move?
But it's like, and we talked about this, and the funny thing is that like if you're bringing Trey Turner in, and let's not get too far down the rabbit hole on this. Well, we're talking World Series, but you're probably not bringing back Hoskins, which for a while seemed okay, but now all of a sudden you're like, well, maybe you want to bring back Hoskins.
Yeah, I kind of under the Corner Pop Sports thing the night before he hit the 2 home runs when he made that big play at first. I'm like, great win, blah blah blah, but they have to let him walk, right? And then everyone agreed. And then the next day, he hits 2 home runs, and everyone's like, "Old takes exposed." I'm like, "All right, come on, like really, like you agree?" And I'm like,
the same guy.
Doesn't he have one more year of arbitration?
Does he?
I think this is it, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought he had one more.
I'll take a look.
Either way, that's for another time.
Yep.
That's right. I forgot there's football on tonight.
I just look at it like a 30,000-foot view. Has he improved every year? Now you guys know the team better, much better than I do. But it feels like he's improved every year.
He's
streaky. Strikeouts.
And he's what he is. He's streaky. He has great months where he carries the team, and then he's got, then he's bleak for quite a while, and then it's just this.
Yeah, he had a great June or something. He just carried the team.
I love him.
Matt, you're right. Arbitration this year, $12.8 million. Right. And then next year he's an unrestricted free agent.
And really, money wise, I don't care if we give everybody $30 million. It's not my money. I don't care.
$12 million now, 12.8. You go to arbitration. That's what you're paying him that with a smile on your face.
Oh, you're paying him 15, 14.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that. I don't care about that at all. I think that Middleton should be paying them, all of them. I don't have any issue with that.
Yeah, 100%.
But it's not my money. I can't. They make their decisions. But I think Reese comes back.
But if you're getting Trey Turner, you got to worry about next year, so you can maybe keep Reese for this year. Well, but anyway, we're talking. Yeah,
let's move on.
Moving on.
Yeah. So let's just look real quick, and then we'll give our predictions, and we'll go from there. But
predictions.
Yeah, we give our predictions for the series. So Houston, just looking at their lineup, all right, because it's pretty sick.
It's stout.
Yeah. How's that stout, by the way?
Delicious.
It's good. Delicious.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, good. Altuve, Pena, Alvarez, Bregman, Kyle Tucker, Gurriel, Mancini, McCormick, Maldonado is our catcher.
7, 8, 9's your only chance to make hay there. Otherwise, that's stout.
It's scary. Kyle Tucker. I mean, he had like 120 RBIs or something this year.
He's really good, and he's their 4th most dangerous hitter right now. He's above Altuve, but it's amazing. Their lineup's very good.
It's scary, and there's a reason why they won as many games as they did.
Totally, but so is ours.
Ironically, Ed Wade sold his soul to create that team.
He's been the GM of both teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he was the one that kind of they tanked, and probably he's part of the reason that they probably built the team that they have.
Will says so is ours.
That's right, Will.
Somewhere Ron is going batshit crazy.
I'm all for batshit crazy. I don't know who Ron is.
Yeah, it's inside joke.
I don't think he knows who he is anymore either. So, it's yeah, Dave saying they're going to take the series in 5. The Phillies.
5. Wow.
Man, jeez.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like this is that's a stout lineup, a really stout lineup, and we've used stout probably more times in this show than we have. It is the best.
Strong, sturdy. Yeah.
Like a trusted old steed.
Yeah, the mighty oak.
You stout as over. Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know where you want to go with your heart, right? Cinderella story.
Came out of nowhere. Former groundskeeper.
Yeah.
I love the Cinderella story aspect of it. Houston struggles in the World Series. I know they've won one, but Verlander struggles in the World Series. The Phillies are hungry. They are so hungry. They're playing with house money, like you said, which makes them even more dangerous.
Yeah.
Phillies in 6. Yeah, Phillies in 6.
I say the same. I got the same.
Yeah, Phillies in 6.
Well, they split. I think they put Wheeler in the second game because Houston's going to be fired up. It's going to be a tough game, the first game. They put Wheeler in that anchor, and Wheeler delivers the split. Then Suarez wins his game. We lose the 4th. We take the 5th.
Nola
and
going.
we just take that momentum right there.
So we take the 5th and 6th. We take the 5th with Nola going and the 6th with Wheeler. So we win 3 of the 4 with them, and Suarez wins the other one for the Phillies in 6.
Yeah.
Should I sell my
It's got to be something like that, man.
Should I sell my game 4 tickets then if they're going to lose that game? Will says Phil's in 4 or 5. There's just something about this team, the song, the coach, the God himself, Bryce Harper. Let's fucking go, boys. See you on broad. Will, I'm going to tell you right now, if the Phillies win the game in 4, you and I are going out for beers, and it's all on me. But I love the optimism. I love it. This is where we are right now, man. Like the Eagles are undefeated, right? Oh, we'll talk about that in a second too. The way the schedule works.
Yeah.
Let's just go through everyone's picks here. Dave Peterson, win game 1, lose game 2, 3, 4, 5, win, party in the streets, parade down Broad Street on Friday. Melissa, Phillies in 5.
From your lips to God's ears.
Yeah.
You really want to win it at home.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be the day. I'm kind of with Ryan.
Shut the fuck up!
Sorry. I think they. Oh no, they can't lose it in 6. They're gonna. I say it goes 7 because they're not gonna lose the Wheeler game.
God,
I think it goes 7.
I don't want it to go, dude. If they lose in 7, that's going to be excruciating.
Well, they're not losing in 6. They're not losing with Wheeler, right? They can't lose.
They're losing 6. They're losing 6, but they lose in game 7, dude. It's a clean slate for both teams, and you lose that. I don't think I can take that.
Yeah, that's where my.
Well, wait a minute. Are you telling me you're going to prediction against the Phils?
Well, I mean, if
am I hearing this?
If I'm,
it sounds like John.
Yeah,
that's what I'm hearing.
The prediction is the team that has.
Here, hold on a second.
The team that,
what kind of asshole raised this kid?
I just took him off.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Hey,
Put it
we're in the penalty box.
I got taken out for 2 minutes.
Get in the bathroom.
Yeah,
I
I
love
don't
it,
know.
John.
Like,
it's all right,
Houston, 106 wins, haven't lost. Like,
Give
I don't think we're giving them a lot much.
The Phillies weren't the best team in 08 either. Remember how great the Cubs were that year?
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
Boston was way better than us. Tampa beat them.
It's possible. I mean, I'm not saying they don't have a shot. I'm just saying that, like,
Baseball.
I'm saying that if you put a gun to my head and told
You
me
don't
like,
think so.
I'm pulling the trigger if you're wrong. I guess I'm going the Stros in 7.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, I agreed with you. I thought going into this, where I thought that it would go 7 and that we might fall, and that the I Love Dusty crowd would be all excited because Dusty got his ring. But if Dusty got his ring as a player, all right, he won with the Dodgers in '81, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his ring. I don't need to hear any more of that jibber jabber.
Get out of here.
Jibber jabber. No,
I got time for that jibber jabber.
Ah.
I think.
Just call me Jive Turkey.
I'm calling.
No, I called you.
I'm thinking game one, we lose game 1 for the first time in these playoffs, and Nola goes not that long, so that he's able to come back again. We win game 2, so we still split the series there, and then we come home 3-4-5 like we've done, and we win it at home in 5.
Woo!
Yeah.
Man.
Write it down.
Oh man. It's gonna be
I
awesome.
mean, the confidence is high, right? I mean, you gotta.
Yeah, I mean, if you made it to the World Series, your confidence high.
Oh yeah,
Totally.
absolutely.
I mean, I get a woo from Will Pierce, man. I'm in.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
there
mean,
you
most of us that have sense pick the Phillies.
That's right. I don't have any sense.
So
Look,
what day
this
are we
works out. This
celebrating?
works out better because I'm
Friday?
wrong like 90% of the time when I.
Well, good.
What was that, John?
What's that? That's Friday. We're celebrating in the streets.
Next Friday, yeah. Yeah, because they win game 5. That's Wednesday.
Maybe Wednesday.
Day
yeah.
off.
Well,
Thursday.
08, the parade was on a Friday. It was on
It was.
Halloween. That's
It was
perfect.
on
It was.
Halloween. Yep.
Sure was. Look at us. Oh man. This would be incredible. Hey, shoot.
Monday's game 3. Tuesday's game 4.
Yes.
Wednesday's game 5. Yep.
Wednesday's game 5.
Oh, 3 in a row. Wow.
Well,
So
they're
then-
all at home. Yeah.
So yeah,
That's a tight schedule.
I guess we'll see, depending on how the Phillies, if we have a show next Friday or not. If they win, we're definitely not doing a show.
Well, I mean, if there's going to be a game, the game's going to be on a Friday either way. We ain't doing a show the next 2 Fridays. We ain't doing a
If
show.
they win in 5,
Tomorrow.
or if they lose in 5, we'll do a show.
Well, if they lose in, well, yeah. That's
Hey, Mike, I understand. I understand you're looking at it. You're analyzing. You're saying, hey, the fact is they got a better lineup. They got a better squad. We have a better team. We got the team.
There's just something going on.
There
There's
is.
just,
it does
Yeah.
seem magical.
It's
It does seem
palpable.
magical.
I mean, you can feel it. There's something.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have predicted them to beat the Braves.
No way.
It's happened before.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Sure.
St. Louis came in, ate our lunch in what?
that's right.
Hey,
Yeah, the year that
yeah, we were 100 and
That was our best
We're-
team. Our
Yeah.
best team of that run the last year was 2011.
absolutely.
I was at that game. That was a real pig fucker.
Yeah, that's a
One
rough one.
nothing. Well, Will says, "I love you guys. This is an awesome listen." Will, thank you. And usually we do it on a Friday, and usually we get pretty banged up. So this is very team. We're
This is
kind of
very
keeping it
toned down. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
just
Corner
toned
Pub
down.
Sports Light.
Yeah, yeah. That's the Miller Lite of Corner Pub Sports this week. Houston, you have a problem. Here comes the Phillies. We're dancing on our own. I
Here
don't
we
think
go.
I don't think there's another song though to play out.
No, we got to plan it out.
To
Oh, yeah.
play, to play the show out, or is the show out with. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, most of us are picking the Phillies, and I hope we're all right. And Matt,
Me
if you
too.
don't mind,
I hope I'm wrong.
Matt, if you don't mind, again, man, tell the people about Relief Room and how they can find you on Twitter.
Oh yeah, on Twitter it's at the Relief Room. I'm the most famous bathroom shrine in the world. I'm probably the only bathroom shrine in the world. It's we honor Phillies relief pitchers here, all except 5 of them, of course. There's 5 that aren't welcome, but
Who are the 5 that aren't welcome?
all right. Well, there's
I know one. Yeah.
Billy Wagner's not welcome.
Okay.
Understood.
Ricky Bo is not welcome.
Makes sense.
My dad, the godfather of the Relief Room, had a problem with JC Romero. So in deference to Pops, JC Romero's not welcome.
Applebond's not welcome.
I don't know that guy's name, but he's not welcome.
Yeah.
Right.
Papelbon.
And then the fifth guy, you might not have ever heard of him. His name's Chris Brock.
Yeah, I remember Chris Brock. Yeah,
He was here for a hot minute. He wasn't here all that long.
yeah.
But he when he got here, he got on the plane and he saw that Harry Callis was, in the back of the plane with all the fellows playing cards and ripping drinks and everything. And he bitched about it. And management was like, "Oh, you're right. That's players only." And he had Harry moved up to the front. Until like the next day when all the players are like, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah, who are you? Yeah.
We will trade you before,
So I got like a Chris Brock, like a 4x6 or I don't know, like a team card kind of thing, and I was like, "Oh, let me research this guy," and I'm doing all my work, and I read that, and I ripped it. I'm like, "F this guy. There's no chance that guy's hanging in my room." So I honor all of the Phillies relief pitchers in the history of the team except those 5 guys.
Anybody check on Papelbon lately? Since he had all that stuff to say. Is he out from hiding? Or,
If I ever saw that guy, I'd push him down the steps.
Melissa said, "Oh my God, I hate this guy now." Yeah, Chris Brock. I didn't realize. I never knew that story. Well, how about when Scott Air? We met up with Scott Air a couple weeks ago, and he was going on about when he got traded to the Phillies. He knew who Harry Callis was, and he's like, "Oh, this guy's in the back playing cards with us.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool."
Right.
And then he sat down next to Air from their whole flight to where they were going and wanted to learn everything about Scott Air. So he used it. So he had something to talk about when he came into the game.
Right, exactly. So he was doing his homework there, but he was also making sure Scott was just part of the crew, like because Harry knew his status. Like that's the most amazing story. There's stuff like that all the time, and to hear that right from Scott is just the best.
Yeah. Scott Air, one of the most down to earth people ever, man.
Yeah, he's gold.
Yeah, he is. Will said, "Phil's, me and my buddies just got drunk and did a that's what's in the game 4 against the Padres, just a remix with the Phillies lines instead. Let me know what you guys think." Oh, Will, shoot that over to our Facebook page in a message. I'll check it out and I'll post it or something. Yeah, definitely shoot that over.
That's awesome,
guys. This was I'm gonna leave this message up, and this is what we're gonna use right here. Phillies. Next time you all get together, we'll be World Series champions.
Yeah, man.
Yes. I love it.
Man, would that be something? Matt, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Hey, thank you guys. This is a treat, man. And those Phils, man, this is going to be awesome.
Let's bake in this. Let's enjoy this too.
Hey, we win. I'm coming back. We're celebrating again. Like this is going to happen.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do a show at the relief room soon, man. We got to do
100%. Like we talked about pregame here. The summer is going to be the money spot. That's going to be the money time for that.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
John, thank you very much for jumping on with us tonight. And
hey, it was a pleasure.
I'll see you tomorrow.
It's a pleasure talking with you, Scott.
I'll see you tomorrow, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Let's go, Phillies. Let me delete. All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Corner Puff Sports. See ya.
Go Phils.